Hello and welcome to another special audio-visual treat today on Catholica. I'm the editor and publisher of Catholica, Brian Coyne, and today I'd like to introduce you to Ted Mason. Well, it's a pretty bleak old day up here in the Blue Mountains as I record this. A couple of weeks ago, my wife Amanda and I travelled to the beautiful little historic village of Carcoar. It's about half an hour south of Bathurst in rural New South Wales, and there we interviewed Ted. For 25 years, Ted and his wife Ada have managed a house of prayer located at Carcoar. It's called the Shalom House of Prayer. Originally built in 1870 as a convent and boarding school run by the Mercy Sisters until the late 1960s, since 1975 it has been a retreat centre for the Diocese of Bathurst. But it has also housed a permanent lay prayer community, which for the last 25 years has been led by Ted and Ada. Amanda and I travelled to Carcoar to interview Ted shortly before his retirement. What I thought would be of particular interest to readers of Catholica is hearing the views of a pretty down-to-earth, ordinary bloke discussing a lot of the things that interest us about Catholicism and spirituality in our discussions on the forum. Ted's a family man. He and Ada raised 7 boys, now all adults, some with families of their own and scattered all around the world. What's unusual is that Ted left a very successful business in Dubbo to spend 25 years of his life in an unusual full-time lay ministry. He takes his faith and spirituality seriously, but like many of us who raised families through to adulthood and lived through the excitement of the Second Vatican Council, he's also experienced some disappointments watching the decline of Catholicism in more recent decades. Amanda and I recorded a lengthy audio conversation with Ted sitting around the dining table in his home, which is located just a little further up the hill behind the House of Prayer. You'll find that conversation further down this page. In the brochure for Carcoar, on their website and in our interview, Ted describes himself and his community as ordinary people. There is some truth in that, as you'll no doubt sense as the interview unfolds. He's also, though, a man seemingly blessed with an extra dollop of common sense.
So I've seen you coming, month after month. They said yes. They said this is the place where we pray for our friends. It was very special.
And what year was the church built?
This is 1870 it was finished. Took about 4 years to build. Cost £1,500 and they raised £1,800 on the day.
Later this year we're considering holding our first get-together at Carcoar for members of Catholica, but I'll speak more about that in coming weeks. In the meantime, I'm sure many of you who follow the conversations on Catholica will find much of value in this conversation Amanda and I had with Ted.